Good morning, children. So, we are going with our chapter 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. In this, till now we have completed exercise 5.4. Our next topic is perpendicular lines. Now, what is this perpendicular lines? When two lines intersect and the angle between them is a right angle, then the lines are called perpendicular. Intersecting lines we have seen in chapter 4 when two lines cross each other. That is called as intersecting lines. And right angle also we have seen. Chapter 4 also and chapter 5 in the beginning also we have seen what is right angle. Right angle means 90 degree. So when the two lines intersect and when the angle between them forms 90 degree angle, right angle, then that kind of lines are called as perpendicular lines. As it is given here, line AB and line MN. It is forming 190 degree angle when it is crossing. So this line MN is perpendicular to line AB. It is actually written as MN perpendicular to AB. This is the short form of showing while writing in any solution. You are writing in this way, then it is understood that MN is perpendicular to AB. This is showing the perpendicular sign. So MN is perpendicular to AB. MN perpendicular to AB. And if this MN divides this line AB in two equal parts, that is AN is equals to NB. That shows that AN is equals to NB, two equal parts, half of equal parts. Then that line MN will be called as perpendicular bisector. Here we have seen that it is perpendicular line, and if it is bisecting this line into two equal half of parts, then it is also called as bisector. Bi means two, sector means parts. So dividing into two sectors, equal parts. So it is perpendicular bisector. Here MN is perpendicular bisector of AB. This is the short form of writing perpendicular sign. Again repeating, perpendicular lines when two lines intersect each other in such a way that they forms 90 degree angle between them. It is called as perpendicular lines, and if it is dividing into two equal parts, it is called as perpendicular bisector. This is the short form of writing and showing MN perpendicular to AB. Our next topic is classification of triangles. Triangles we have seen in the previous chapter. Triangles means tri means three, angles means when the corner is formed. So triangle, everyone know what is triangle. Classification of triangle here. Now the basic equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle, we have seen little bit part of that in previous chapter also. Again repeating that if all the three sides are equal, all the three sides when it is equal, it is called as equilateral triangle. If all the three sides are equal, definitely all the three angles will also be equal. If all the three sides are equal, also three angles will also be equal. Then that kind of triangle is called as equilateral triangle. It is on the basis of the sides, because sides we are talking. So it is on the basis of sides. If all the three sides are equal, it is called as equilateral triangle. If only two sides are equal, third side is not equal to the other two, only two sides are equal, that is called as isosceles triangle. And if two sides are equal, its only two opposite angles will be equal. If two sides are equal, suppose these two sides are equal, opposite to it this angle and opposite to it this angle, these two angles will be equal. This type of angle triangle is called as isosceles triangle. And equilateral, if we are talking, if all these three sides are equal, then all the three angles will also be equal. This is equilateral triangle. And third one is scalene triangle. If any of the sides is not equal, out of three, any of the side is not equal to one another, then that type of triangle is called as scalene triangle. If any of the side is not equal, definitely their angle will also not be equal. If any of the sides are not equal, then any of the angle will also not equal. It is the type, it is called as scalene triangle. So this is the classification of triangle on the basis of the sides. If three sides are equal, equilateral triangle. If two sides are equal, isosceles triangle. If none of the sides are equal, it is called scalene triangle. So if three sides are equal, also three angles will be equal. If two sides are equal, also two angles will be equal. If none of the sides are equal, none of the angles will also not be equal. So on the basis of sides, this is the classification: equilateral, isosceles and scalene triangle. Now if you talk about the angles. Angles we have seen in the previous class, we have seen acute angle, obtuse angle, then straight angle, right angle, all those we have seen. So on the basis of the angles, here on the basis of the angles, acute angle we have seen, it is less than 90 degree, and right angle 90 degree equal to 90 degree, and obtuse angle greater than 90 degree. Obtuse angle greater than 90 degree. So if all angles are less than 90, before that you must know angle sum property. What is that angle sum property? I think in previous class we have studied angle sum property. When you add all the angles of the triangle, the sum of all the angles will also always equal to 180 degree. It cannot be more, it cannot be less. Just equal to 180 degree. Like, if I am taking any of the triangle, this is angle 1, this is angle 2 and this is angle 3. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is always equals to 180 degree. This is called as angle sum property. So, if all the angles are less than 90 degree, then it is called as acute angle triangle, because angles are less than 90 degree. Obtuse angle triangle, only one angle will be greater than 90 degree. And right angle triangle, here also only one angle will be equal to 90 degree. Because if you are taking two angles right angle, one angle is 90 degree. If other also you are taking 90 degree, here only you will get 180. Then what about third angle? You will not have any measurement for the third angle. So this cannot be the triangle. So only one angle 90 degree, and same for the obtuse also. Only one angle can be obtuse. So only one angle will be greater than 90 degree. And for acute, all the three can be acute angle. So if all the angles are less than 90 degree, means acute angle, that is called as acute angled triangle. And if only one angle is greater than 90 degree, that is obtuse angle, then it is called as obtuse angled triangle. And if only one angle is right angle, that is 90 degree, that is called as right angled triangle. These are the classification of triangles on the basis of angles. This is the classification on the basis of sides, and this is the classification of triangles on the basis of angles. Then, so our next topic is quadrilaterals. In previous chapter, we have seen quadrilaterals, that means figure or polygon. Polygon means having number of sides. So, a polygon which is having 4 sides, it is called as quadrilaterals. In the previous chapter also and in the beginning of this chapter also, we have seen polygon is the next topic. In previous chapter, we have seen polygons, that is having the different number of sides. So, quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral is a figure or polygon which is having 4 sides. That is called as polygon, or that is called as a quadrilateral, having 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral. Now here are the special type of quadrilaterals name is given. They are having some particular type of conditions are also there. If they fulfill that condition, then only these names can be given. For example, the first special quadrilateral is rectangle. Rectangle means what? This figure is called as a rectangle. Now what is the condition for a rectangle? The condition for rectangle is this: opposite sides are equal. This with the marking I have shown here. This is single line. This is the double line. Means these opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Then only this spatial quadrilateral will be named as rectangle. So rectangle is a quadrilateral which is having opposite sides equal. And this figure you have to draw for that. And markings you have to show with this type of marking. Same type of marking for the opposite sides. So rectangle is clear. The condition is that opposite sides are equal. Now the next spatial quadrilateral is square. This is the figure square, everyone know. Now the single line marking is given on all the four sides. That means all the sides are equal. When all the four sides are equal in a quadrilateral, it is called as a square. Spatial type of quadrilateral in which all the sides are equal is called as a square. All the four sides are equal. It is called as a square. Next, spatial type of quadrilateral which is called as a parallelogram. Now, by the name only it is clear. Parallelogram. Parallel. The word parallel is coming in this. The parallel lines we have seen in the previous chapter. Parallel means the lines which do not intersect each other. That is called as parallel. So parallelogram. Parallelogram is a type of quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means having four sides. The quadrilateral which is having opposite sides parallel and equal. Here I have done this marking with the arrow marking. Here I have done with the single line marking, and here we are having the arrow marking. Now what is the difference between the line marking and the arrow marking? This line marking shows the opposite sides, and this arrow marking shows that they are parallel. This is showing equal sides equal, and this arrow is showing parallel. That is only the major difference. This line is called given for equal, and this arrow is given for parallel. So the quadrilateral, or you can say the spatial quadrilateral, which is having opposite sides parallel and equal also, then this type of quadrilateral is called as parallelogram. So here opposite sides are parallel also and equal also. This is called as a parallelogram. Now next, spatial type of quadrilateral, rhombus. Now what is the condition for rhombus? Rhombus means the first condition is that all the four sides are equal. Okay, all the four sides are equal. Four sides equal, square is also having all the four sides equal. But the condition is that they should be parallel also. They should be parallel also. And that parallel, not necessarily that they will form 90-degree angle. For the square and rectangle, condition is that the corner angles must be 90-degree. Here you can see 90-degree it is forming. Here it is forming 90-degree angle. This is the main, or you can say the main condition, the major difference between the parallelogram and rectangle and the square and the rhombus. Here 90-degree is compulsory for rectangle. Parallelogram 90-degree is not compulsory. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. Here opposite sides are also equal and parallel. But condition is that here the corner angle must be 90-degree. Here that is not the condition. That is the major difference. Now square and rhombus. What is the difference? All the sides are equal here also. All the sides are equal here also. Here also the opposite sides are parallel. Or you can say the opposite side, pair of opposite sides are parallel. This one side, this is the other side, they are parallel. This one side, this one side, they are also parallel. And all the four sides are equal. Here also all the four sides are equal. But the major difference between these two are, here in square corner angles are 90-degree. Here that is not the condition. Any other angle it can be. So all the four sides which are equal and parallel also, that is called as rhombus. So spatial kind of quadrilateral is having four sides which is having all the four sides equal and also parallel. Also parallel means opposite sides will be parallel. So that kind of quadrilateral is called as rhombus. Next, trapezium. Trapezium is one special kind of quadrilateral in which only one pair of opposite side is parallel. Only one pair. You can see with the arrow marking I have shown here. Only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. It is not the condition for the other two sides. Other two sides may not be, may not be. Sometimes it can be parallel also, sometimes it may not be. कभी हो भी सकता है, कभी नहीं भी हो सकता है. That is the case. But one opposite side or one opposite pair are parallel. That is the condition for trapezium. So trapezium means only one pair of opposite side is parallel. That is the trapezium. So all these special type of quadrilaterals are clear. Once again I am repeating. First is rectangle, means having opposite sides equal and the corner angle must be 90 degree. That is the rectangle. Square, all the sides are equal, corner angle must be 90 degree. That is very necessary. Then parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and also equal. Parallel are shown by the arrow marking. Rhombus, all the four sides are equal like square. Corner angle 90 degree is not necessary and the opposite sides are parallel also. Trapezium, only one pair of opposite side is parallel. So these special type of quadrilaterals are clear now. Now let us come to exercise 5.7. Here 5.7, first is given true or false. So whatever I have explained here, based on that only you have to give the answers. Each angle of a rectangle is the right angle. Here I have explained you, right angle is the necessary condition. So each angle of a rectangle is the right angle. Yes, it is true. So here you will write down true. Then the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal in length. Opposite sides are equal in length. Here I have told you. So yes, it is true. Then the diagonals of a square are perpendicular to one another. Diagonal means joining the opposite sides, opposite vertex you can say, or the corners. So when you join these 2 points, or you can say the vertex, the diagonals of a square are perpendicular to one another. It is true. Then all these sides of a rhombus are of equal length. Rhombus I have explained, all the four sides are equal. So yes, it is true. All the sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Parallelogram. Parallelogram, this one is the parallelogram. Only opposite sides will be equal. All the sides are equal, not necessary. Only opposite sides are equal. All the sides of a parallelogram are of equal length. Not necessary. So it is false. The opposite sides of a trapezium are parallel. Only one side of opposite, one pair of opposite side is parallel. Both the pairs are not parallel. Only one pair is parallel. So it is also false. Now coming to question number 2, which is give reason. This orally we are discussing here, and how to write in your notes copy, that you will be getting through PDF on the school's website. Let us discuss it now. Give reasons for the following. A square can be thought as a special rectangle. Square. What is the condition of square? All the four sides are equal. And what is the condition of rectangle? Rectangle means the opposite sides are equal. And in both, the corner angles are 90 degree. So 90 degree, that condition is fulfilling. Okay, that is correct. Now, opposite sides are equal for a rectangle. So in a square, all the four sides are equal. In a square, all the four sides are equal. And in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. In a square, all the four sides are equal. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So if you take this square, here also opposite sides are also equal. So this square can also be thought as the special type of rectangle. Because in square, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Corner angle 90 degree. So yes, square is thought as special type of rectangle. Second part. A rectangle can be thought as a special parallelogram. What is the condition for parallelogram? Parallelogram is opposite sides are parallel and equal. So come to rectangle now. Opposite sides are parallel. Yes, they are parallel. Opposite sides are equal. Yes, they are equal also. So yes, rectangle can be thought as a special type of parallelogram. A square can be thought as a special rhombus. First, see the rhombus. Rhombus, all the four sides are equal. For a square, all the sides are equal. First condition, fulfilling. The second condition, all the four sides, opposite pair will be parallel. Here also, opposite pairs are parallel. So yes, square can be thought as a special type of rhombus. B part. Square, rectangle, parallelograms, all are quadrilaterals. So, are they quadrilaterals? Yes, they are quadrilaterals because all are having four sides. So, yes, they all are quadrilaterals. Square is also a parallelogram. Square is also a parallelogram. The condition of parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides are parallel also and opposite sides are equal also. So, yes, they are equal and parallel also. So, this we have completed. Third part, you will just read and do by your own. One homework for you. Given in page number 105, set squares. Set squares are given. Set squares are given in your geometry box. Take that set squares and given in page number 105, just you see how they are adjusted. And while you adjust, some kind of quadrilateral is forming. Some kind of quadrilateral is forming. Just you check it practically how it is done. So that page number 105 you will check. So we have completed this exercise 5.7.